What is going on, guys? Chump Change XD here. Hope you're all doing well and having a really great day. Today we got some siding for the shed we built over there, DIY solar shed. We're gonna be getting this all dressed up because it needs to be done. Super excited about it. I can't wait to get this thing sided and just done out of my to-do list. And I was just at Home Depot. I had to get a few things for the roof, but check this thing out. Folding picnic table. Brilliant for little kids. I think sick. It was like 50 bucks. Totally worth it. All right, let's see what we got over here. So, solar shed. Again, I have to side the whole thing, but I made a mistake, and I hate to admit it, but it's true. Made a mistake on the top part of this shed. So, usually when you build a house, if you look at the top of mine, you got the overhang. I stupidly made it flush. So, now we're in a pickle. When I do the siding, if I come up to underneath the drip edge right there, the J channel actually sticks out a little bit thicker than that end right there. And the J channel is, there was a bunch over in that pile, but I think I have a little piece right here. Oh, actually I had a big piece under there. But this stuff, J channel, okay? The thickness of this guy, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but it'll go past the thickness of where I cut the roof off. So, total ass scenario, unfortunately. But I think I found a solution, or at least I hope so. So this stuff right here, the black stuff on the ground, is called drip edge, right? This drip edge I got from Home Depot a little bit ago, and I just threw it right here on the deck so we could check it out. But my thoughts are to take this, slide this under the shingles however I can. Actually, now that I think about it, it's going to be a pain in the dick because I have nails in the other piece of drip edge that's up there. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. Damn it, forgot about that. But this might work. It might work, right? If I take this, like I said, and I slide it underneath the shingles, and I have more or less everything buried up to two of these lines here. Right, so this would probably stick out past the shingles, but the rest would be underneath the shingle. So it should be waterproof and totally fine, right? The water would just run down the channel and drip off the end. And then I could extend it thick enough to be able to bypass this J channel. That is my hopes. The only other option for me, if I was to, as you can see, I'd probably have it sticking out like that. So yeah, a couple rungs and it would be good to go, I guess. But the only other option for me for this, which would just be a freaking nightmare, is to pluck off every other shingle, all the ones that I cut, because I think I had to cut both of them on this side. But either way, I would have to pull out every other shingle. I would be able to butt up against one of them, and then I'd have to tuck underneath the other one, and I'd have to put a piece of 2x6 or some sort of fascia board here all the way up the side to extend it, and then yeah, like I said, just reshingle it, re-roof it if I didn't want to have just a sleek black look down the edge of the shed. So I need to know your guys' thoughts. What do you think about this? I'm kind of disappointed and mad at myself at the same time, but I think it might look okay. The solar panel's got that kind of flat black look anyways. I think that trim might look somewhat decent. I don't know. That's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to prep it. We got to get this thing ready. So I need to get all set up, get a ladder up here. I got to get an idea of how I'm going to slide this thing underneath the shingles. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. But either way, let me get all situated here, and let's hear a quick word from today's video sponsor.
Crypto Miner Bros is the ultimate destination for all of your crypto mining needs. Founded in 2018, this company specializes in top quality ASIC miners from brands like Bitmain, Goldshell, and many others. Whether you're a newbie or a pro, they offer competitive prices, fast shipping, and easy payment options worldwide. Pay with bank transfer, Bitcoin, or even other cryptocurrencies, no cash needed. The prices you see on their website include taxes, shipping, and DDP to your door, so there are no surprises at checkout. Join tens of thousands of satisfied customers who trust Crypto Miner Bros for their hardware fulfillment, transparent prices, and world-class service. Check out CryptoMinerBros.com, link down below.
Probably super hard to see, but I stuck the piece up there, right? And I just kind of tucked it in a little bit for the time being so we could kind of see what it looked like with the shiny black on the edge of the roof there. It actually doesn't look that bad. And once it's obviously at like a, you know, tucked in for the most part, and only like 2 of these rungs are sticking out. I think it'll look totally fine. The only issue is I need to, where is it? Hopefully you guys can see. There's a nail. Actually, you probably can't see it. Hey, you probably can't see it. Anyways, oh, well, I don't know. There's a nail right here where my finger is. The tip of my finger, there's a nail. So that nail, I would have to pop up all the way down and tuck this in as far as I can. And I think it's probably going to only tuck into like this spot right here. So I'll probably have these 3, I guess, sections sticking out past, which isn't that bad, right? Because then again, the J channel is going to come up right up underneath along the side of this guy, and everything else will be just completely covered, and I think it'll look great, to be honest. I hope anyway. So yeah, let me get this all tucked in and unnailed and figured out, and then we'll get the J channel up, see what it looks like. All right, boys, I think we got it. Let's grab a piece of J channel and I'll show you what I ended up doing. So you guys know I had the black drip edge that I had to throw up there. I ended up taking my tin snips. I marked every single nail and I put a line basically on it exactly where each nail was all the way down the run. And I ended up cutting like a U shape basically with my tin snips and sliding the drip edge up underneath. Now I want to get this piece of J channel up, see what it looks like, but you can kind of see I did it all the way to the front. I don't really know if I like that because now I got to continue the white, as you can see, the white drip edge right there. But yeah, so let me just throw this down. You know what, we'll throw a small one up so I can show you guys what we're looking like. So you can see it looks pretty decent actually. It's really not that bad. See the freaking bees? Damn, bees keep going in here. That's why I need to get this all sealed up. That's why I'm making it a priority, because they are a pain in the ass. Anyways, all right. So this J channel, now we're gonna be putting it upside down, just like that. What do you think? That's not bad at all. And then it gives me a little bit of space here between. If I wanted to, I could just whack this in a bit further, but I don't know. That seems okay to me. I think that's fine. And the black right here matches the black here. Just looks like a nice accent piece, huh? That's what I'm going with anyways. I'll eventually probably get some shingles and fix it, but for now, it's fine. I'm happy with it. So now we need to get some roofing nails so I can get this J channel up. This shed is literally like a bomb went off in here. I got this stuff I actually need to throw up on the outside before we do all the siding. This is like a Tyvek paper, right? And it's a bunch I had left over, so I'm going to use whatever I got, and if I run out, oh well, I run out, not a huge deal. But we do have some let's see, roofing nails somewhere over here. I think I have a big bucket. There they are. Hell yeah. And that's why I buy big buckets of nails. Actually, you know what, these things are like, I think it's like $50 for a big bin, but if you buy the little packs of like 100 nails or whatever it may be, it's literally like $10 or $8 for the little box, and there's like, how many in here? Count 5,869 nails. Way more than that 100 you get for like $10, right? So that's why I always buy the gigantic boxes of screws and nails. Just saves you money in the long run, and then you always have them if you ever need them. So there we go, galvanized nails. Let's get this piece of J channel up. That came out fantastic. Absolutely love it. Got one entire piece of J channel from the corner right here all the way up to the end of the shed, which is cool. All right, let me jump up on the 8-foot ladder real quick, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to side the rest of it. Obviously, like I said, I got to put that Tyvek paper on, but the J channel is going to go right up into that piece right there. Super hard for me to see, but it's going to go just like that. Straight down the side, and boom. This whole thing's going to be done in no time. So the hardest part really is just figuring out this. That was a stupid move on my part, and if you guys are going to build a DIY shed, please leave an overhang. Again, I'm not a framer, I'm a plumber by trade, but I mean, overall, the shed came out pretty sweet, minus that one hiccup, just screw up that I had, but it is what it is. I guess I just got to deal with it and you know, you live and you learn. You got to make mistakes to figure out how to do things the right way, especially when you don't have anybody teaching you things, right? Now I just got to do the same thing on this side, but you guys don't need to see that. I'll have that all complete in the next video, and then we'll side this bitch together. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. I don't see why you wouldn't, but that's it, man. You guys have a great, happy, and safe rest of your day. I'm actually going to go get my kids from school, and I'll button this up right after that. You guys have a good one. Peace out.